How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a magnificent day. Today, we're taking a look at how I was able to get 23,500 from this last raid weekend. Gonna take a look at a 3-shot from a Capital Peak. Now this space has a very interesting layout where everything except for this rocket artillery is way back in the corner. So I'm going to show you guys how I was able to take this out in 3 attacks quite easily. Yeah, not quite enough to take it out in 2, but 3 is pretty much standard for Capital Peaks. So we're able to use some archers and clear some of the trash buildings around the rocket artillery. And we're able to have at least 2 minions survive to take out the rocket artillery, and then later on they will take out the giants. Sent in 1 barbarian to clear out some of the trash buildings on the right hand side, and then a few of the archers are still alive. And the idea is I want to come in from this left hand side and get as close to the Capital Peak as possible. So we're just waiting for the barbarian to clear some extra stuff out of the way. You can see that 1 giant has gone down. The minions are working on the post, and then the other giant. Dropping another barbarian to help speed things up. And we are going to slam this base with a whole bunch of ram riders, because there are tons of sections in the base. So we drop a graveyard over the blast bow, and then over the other 2 quadrants of defenses, do a line of rams, and then the rest of the super wizards. And as soon as the previous rams die, we are throwing in another one. You have to be pretty quick, and you don't want the super wizards to get targeted by anything if you can help it. But it looks like the rocket artillery has been distracted, and the X-bow, but as soon as all of those graveyard skeletons go down, they are no longer distracted, and the attack quickly fizzles out. But we were able to get 55% of the base on the first attack. Now a lot of it was from the trash buildings, but now we are dropping in 1 more graveyard over the rocket artillery, and then a rage for the Capital Peak. We're sending in a few of the rams to distract, and a few giants, then the rest of the super wizards in a line behind, and we're making sure to hold on to the P.E.K.K.A. and a few of the super wizards just to make sure that they path into the district hall. So we've got the P.E.K.K.A. locked on, which is perfect, and even a couple of the super wizards come in from behind. So we actually do not need to drop any more on the Capital Peak Hall, as that will go down, and that is one of the more deadly defenses for this strategy, as it can absolutely ruin an entire attack if even one of the Capital Peak hits lands on your super wizards. So we drop in the last one to help clean up some of the trash buildings. Not a whole lot else that it can get defensively. And so we're mostly just trying to set up this base for the final attack. And we're able to get just over 5,000 from this attack, which is awesome. So now the final attack, we're trying to use an army that will not die at all to get as much bonus Capital Peak loot as possible. So we're going in with the Flying Fortress and the rocket balloons, trying to directly target every single air targeting defense. And before you know it, with all the graveyards and all the balloons, everything is gone. And that's how we were able to take out this very unique Capital Peak in 3 hits. Next up, we are looking at the Barbarian Camp. and how I was not able to quite take it out in 2 shots. As always with the Barbarian camp, we are looking to set up the attack for an air finish. So I see there are a few air defenses on this right hand side, and then more importantly, if everything goes well, we can actually rotate around the upper portion of this base and potentially get some of these air targeting defenses in the core. So we drop in the graveyards, because I do not have a whole lot of giants or rams left, so I want to make sure that the ones that do die, they start to spawn and at least somewhat distract for the super wizards. So now we've opened up the entire top portion of the base for deployment, and we are trying to get as many of the air targeting defenses as possible. We do not quite get that air bombs down yet. Now we do. So now we have a lot of exposed air defenses. The only tricky part will be getting the rocket artillery and the air bombs. So now we are going in with the final attack. We're trying to drop in the balloons on each of the air targeting defenses that we can directly target, as well as delay some of the graveyards to better tank. So these air bombs are starting to devastate the air skeletons. So we have a few packs of minions left, a few packs of balloons. Now my critical mistake here was that I did not have a decent way to open up the deployment to directly target this last air bombs. So the Spirit Thrower and the air defenses, not too much of an issue, but the air bombs has now killed not just one, but now the second group of balloons. And those were designed to try and sneak in and directly target it. And it gets off one more hit with its dying breath. And so now there's just one pesky rapid rockets left, but there are very few skeletons remaining. However, we got the majority of the base. I believe we missed out, if there's 900, about 1,000 left. We probably missed out on about 1,000 of the total potential loot from both attacks. But still getting 5,400 from this attack, and I think it was just under 3,000 from the first attack. Worked out pretty good. And last but not least, we are looking at the Golem Quarry. There weren't really too many other bases left, and so I wanted to try out a complete swarm from the right-hand side with a couple of Larry barrels to see just how far we can actually push into a base layout of the Golem Quarry. So we dropped in the graveyards, one over the multi-mortar in the dead zone, and then the other two over the blast bow and the rocket artillery. So now with that multi-mortar gone, all of the Larry skeletons are still alive, which is nice. The couple of barbarians and giants left are doing a nice job of tanking for the super wizards. And we actually get very, very close. As you can see, there's really only the rocket artillery and the multi-mortar left. But without a specific tank, all these wizards just get annihilated. On this basic layout, there is a nice trick where you can drop in a pack of minions from up above to snipe the rocket artillery. However, we were just looking to see how much we could get from a whole swarm attack, how much we could clear, and we're able to get well over 4,000 from this one attack, which is pretty decent. You know, if you get 4,000 per attack, you're walking away with 24,000 loot. And here we almost get 5,000, which is very cool. But there you have it. That's how I was able to get an easy 23,000. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you're interested in helping support me, I welcome you to subscribe and hit the like button. And there should be a couple more videos on the screen if you want to continue your journey and improve in the raid attacks. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.